Hello, my name is Mrs. Haught. I teach trigonometry, pre-calculus, calculus, and algebra 2 here at the TCTC. One of the topics that I find that students have difficulty with is factoring trinomials. So I wanted to give you some hints about that, and I wanted to show you some examples of ways that you can factor trinomials. So if you look at a trinomial contains an x squared term, an x term, and a number usually. So we're going to look at how we can factor those. Well, the first thing you want to take a look at are what signs are contained in the problem. So you'll notice that this trinomial here contains all positives. So what that tells me when I'm going to factor this, my job is to take this and figure out two things that multiply together that give me x squared plus 7x plus 10. So that's what I'm looking for, two things that multiply together to give me that. So some teachers call the multiplication of those things foiling, so you can kind of think of it as unfoiling or dividing out these particular quantities. So what we're looking for is something that if I multiply together I'll get x squared, so that would be x and x. And if your first term is an x squared, that's usually the easiest type to break down. And then our second term here is a 10. So we're looking for the factors of 10 that will add up to 7. So if you look at this particular number, 10 is a number that's very easy to break down. If you think about pairs of two numbers that will multiply to give you 10, we only have two possibilities. If we're looking at integers, that would be 10 and 1 or 5 and 2. Now we need to find the one that adds up to 7. That's where our middle term comes into play. Well, the pair that adds up to 7 is 5 and 2. So that tells me that a 5 and a 2 will go there. And we want to add to 2. Just look at your back number. If the back number is positive, you are adding to get the center. If your back number is negative, you're subtracting to get the center. So here we can see that. Now we have to look at the signs. Two positives multiplied together will give us a positive and add to a positive. So I always tell my students, if the back number is positive, look to the center sign. That's what's in both.